join me in singing our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please bow your heads. Most gracious Father, who sits high and looks low, as we bow our heads with humble hearts and gracious spirits, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for every person under the sound of my voice. Thank you for the leaders of this world, and thank you for the leaders of Troy University. Father, we are standing and presenting ourselves like an open book before you. We ask you to create in us a clean heart and renew a steadfast spirit as we come inscribe your words of life into our lives. Fill our hearts with your dreams that they might eternally love and serve you this day and every day. We ask all this in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Please be seated. And thank you, Amanda and Sharika. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ray White, Troy University's Vice Chancellor for the Montgomery campus. We're so glad that you've joined us to celebrate this evening in the accomplishments of 125 Troy University soon-to-be graduates. 101 of these men and women who have just completed their degree requirements are participating in the commencement this evening. These graduates will join the ranks of more than 140,000 other Troy alumni throughout the world. You will soon be one of those. Our commencement celebration tonight marks the 127th annual summer commencement for Troy University. At this time, it's my pleasure to recognize members of the platform party and other special guests. The individuals that I'm about to introduce play major roles in Troy University, our city, our state, and our nation. In effect, these people are standing up for you tonight, graduates. They are witnesses to your continued movement into a society of increasing responsibility. As I introduce them, I would ask each one to stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause so that we may recognize them as a group. On our platform is our Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Earl Ingram. Our guest speaker for this evening, President and Publisher of the Montgomery Advertiser, Mr. Robert Granfield, Jr. From our Troy University Board of Trustees, the Honorable Lamar P. Higgins and the Honorable General Ed Kroll. Associate Provost and Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Diane Barron. The Wallace D. Malone Distinguished Faculty Award recipient and the individual carrying the university's mace, Dr. Dion Rosser-Mims, President of the Montgomery Campus Gamma Beta Phi Honor Society, and the student who presented our invocation and will deliver the benediction this evening, Ms. Sharika Burt Shelton. The college deans, Dr. James Reinhardt, College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Judson Edwards, Sorrell College of Business, and Dr. Catherine Hildebrand, College of Education, and of course, our outstanding faculty. Other special guests joining us in the audience this evening, from the Troy Senior Leadership Team, Dr. Becky Ingram, Assistant Professor in the College of Education and wife of Dr. Earl Ingram, Dr. Lance Tatum, Vice Chancellor of Global Campus, Ms. Karen Granfeld, the wife of our guest speaker, and her mother, Ms. Mary Smith, Mr. Reverend Robert Granfield Sr., father of Mr. Granfield, our guest speaker, and our guest speaker's two sons, Cameron and Kalen, Mr. Granfield's nephew, Mr. Andrew Smith. If you would all rise, please, and so that we can maybe give everyone a round of applause for being here. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. Tonight we come together as family, colleagues, and friends to share the joy of our graduates achieving another great milestone. Some time ago, these individuals made a very personal commitment to improve their lives, secure their futures, and provide for their families by continuing their education. And now we celebrate a job well done. At the Montgomery campus, our part of the Troy mission is unique because our students are unique. We specialize in educating adult students who must balance their studies with family and work obligations. This non-traditional mission began in Montgomery in 1965 when the U.S. Air Force asked Troy University to offer educational programs on Maxwell and Gunter Air Force bases during times when the military men and women would be able to go to school. Troy University responded and began that non-traditional role and has been partners with the United States Air Force for the past 49 years. Troy had already offered programs for traditional students since the 1800s. However, the Montgomery programs and the Maxwell and Gunter and the Fort Rucker programs in Dothan, Alabama, were the first major steps in offering programs geared toward those men and women who needed to balance full-time work schedules and military commitments along with their family responsibilities, yet they wanted to finish their college degrees. Troy is still very proud to be a partner with the United States military forces around the world. And since Troy stepped up to the plate and answered these non-traditional challenges for the military, the university has taken great pride in its dual mission of providing both traditional and non-traditional education programs throughout the world. Getting Troy to this point has taken strong leaders with a futuristic vision. Through the superb leadership, direction from an outstanding Board of Trustees and a truly bold and visionary chancellor, the faculty, staff, and students are transforming Troy University into a truly global university and one that is recognized and respected worldwide. At this time, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce another of Troy's visionary leaders, Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Earl Ingram.
Thank you, Mr. White, for all that you are doing, have done, and will continue to do to support the faculty, staff, students, and the citizens of Montgomery and the River region. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and Chancellor Jack Hawkins, Jr., it's my honor to bring greetings to those who are assembled tonight for this commencement ceremony. A little more than 125 years ago, this university was founded with a motto reflecting important principles. That the university is here to educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, and the body to act. And that's as true today as it was in 1887. Commencement celebrates our devotion to those founding principles and to the hundreds of thousands of students and Troy student graduates who have benefited from these principles. It's also a time to say, for you tonight, mission accomplished. And for those here this evening, it's been a mission that is embedded in other life-critical missions related to work and family, service to your community, and service to your country. These graduates could not have reached this point tonight without the support of at least two very important groups of people. The soul of the university is found in the teaching faculty, whose passion and skills are focused on helping our students achieve their educational and career goals. As the Chief Academic Officer of the university, I know the capabilities of this faculty very well, and I'm very proud of them. We're proud of our faculty, and they take pride in knowing their students by their name, not by a number. So let's all, at this point, graduates, take an opportunity to ask those representing the faculty of Troy University tonight to stand and to be recognized for a job well done. Thank you. Graduates, I believe you'll agree you didn't get here without the strong support of your families. And family values are very important at Troy University. May I ask that all the family members of the graduates here tonight please stand so that they can show you and we can join in with them to show appreciation for the support that you provided them these last years. Thank you. Now to the graduates of 2014. Congratulations, today is your day. You join an exclusive club because according to the latest census, only about 20% of Alabama citizens hold a university degree. In one way, earning a degree, a university degree, is like starting a family. Your life is never going to be the same again. Or in many of your cases, it will be like giving you back part of your life to your family, and they're waiting for you. With this degree behind you, along with a great deal of time given back to you, you're going to have more career options, and you're going to have additional opportunities for leadership in your communities. You also have a duty to inspire others who may wish to follow in your footsteps, daughters, sons, granddaughters, grandsons, maybe a parent or two. You're on the threshold of becoming the newest alumni of Troy University, joining over 140,000 graduates of this fine institution. And on behalf of the National Alumni Association's President, Jerry Williams, I'm pleased to offer you from him a graduation gift. You will receive 1 year free membership in the Alumni Association, but just 1 year. I've been reminded by Mr. Williams that I've got to emphasize that. It's free for just 1 year. We hope and expect that you will continue to add value to your degree by becoming active members of the Alumni Association and maintain the network that you've already begun with your Trojan family. As you go out, continue to be good citizens. Serve your communities. Remember the words of Martin Luther King Jr. when he offered that everyone can be great because everyone can serve. It's so often repeated. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Developing young leaders, and some older ones, is in the cornerstone of Troy University. A true leader and no stranger to service is our commencement speaker tonight, who I now have the pleasure to introduce to you. A native of Lubbock, Texas, and someone who is quickly being recognized as a civic leader here in Montgomery, Robert Granfield Jr. is the president and publisher of the Advertiser Media Group, a Gannett company. You know it as the Montgomery Advertiser. Before joining the Advertiser in July 2013, he served as the vice president for digital media at Southern Community Newspapers in Atlanta. His newspaper career started early in Lubbock, Texas, the Avalanche Journal newspaper in 1984. And as we were getting to know each other a little bit more before the commencement ceremony began, I discovered that it seems to be, although it's not a family business, just about everybody in the family has been associated with the Avalanche in Lubbock. After serving a number of circulation management positions, he transferred to Florida Times Union in Jacksonville, where he served as a circulation marketing manager. After a brief stint as general manager of a hotel and restaurant in the British Virgin Islands, Mr. Granfeld returned to Lubbock in '96 when he co-founded LubbockOnline.com, later serving as its director of online services. With a strong record of driving digital revenue and audience growing in Lubbock, the corporate ownership moved him and his family to Augusta, Georgia, where he took over digital revenue leadership from Morris Digital Works, a division of Morris Communication Corporation. Robert has been married to Karen Smith Granfeld since 1982, and they have 3 sons. He serves as a member of the Troy University Montgomery Campus Advisory Board and has already had an impact on how the Montgomery campus will take shape in the coming months and years. It's my pleasure to present our speaker for tonight's commencement ceremony, Mr. Robert Granfeld.
Dr. Ingram, Vice Chancellor White, faculty and staff of Troy Montgomery, to tonight's graduates and your families, thank you for having me and my family here to celebrate this wonderful day with you. A day of accomplishment, celebration, and unlimited potential. There are a number of firsts for me here today. It's the first time that I've been introduced in such a way, and it's quite humbling. I'm used to people here introducing my dad, the Reverend Robert Granfeld, or my father-in-law, the late Dr. Jimmy H. Smith, a 40-year university educator and well-known engineering ethics leader. And I might add 2 individuals to whom I owe so much. This is the first time I've addressed an audience such as this to share my thoughts about life, liberty, and the pursuit of the American dream. I am truly honored to be here. You are an accomplished group of individuals now moving forward into the world as proud graduates of this fine and unique university. I'm humbled to be here too, knowing that many of you have already overcome great challenges in your lives to achieve this milestone. Your mothers, fathers, spouses, sons and daughters, young, older, and some of you we may even call well-seasoned like me. All the more impressive, many of you have reached this monumental day fulfilling the strenuous requirements of higher education classes while balancing full-time professional careers and the responsibilities of family life. Some of you have also juggled military careers, including deployments, while pursuing your degree from Troy. You deserve and have my gratitude and that of the community. We honor you for your service. You've done it today, so congratulate yourselves, but not too much, because moving forward is likely not to get easier. Life is likely to throw you more challenges. Obstacles will block your path. People will get in your way. Circumstances will conspire against your success. Complications will test your resilience and faith in yourself. But just as you succeeded to reach this very day, you will again, because you're achievers, winners, leaders. Now, you now understand a simple, powerful life lesson. The best way to predict the future is to invent it for yourself. How you respond to life's challenges will define your character. It will reveal your intelligence, creativity, and entrepreneurial spirit. Trust me, being the publisher of a daily newspaper in 2014, this is an area I know well, better every day. The news industry is changing and growing. The road to our continued growth and success is pitted with obstacles. People can get more information from more sources on more platforms than ever before. Now, back when I was first getting to know the newspaper industry in Lubbock, Texas, there were just a few ways to get news and information. Newspaper, radio, television, outdoor billboards. And those billboards didn't move, they were just pasted up. Yellow pages and magazines. There we go, that's it. Now, if you start to count them, you'll run out of fingers and toes. Just think how social media can consume your day. Facebooking, tweeting, Instagramming. I'm assuming some of you will probably Facebook from here. Am I right? We are already busy, but with our mobile devices constantly glowing in our faces, our extra time is quickly consumed. There's more competition for your time than ever before. There's more competition for your attention, and there's more competition for advertising dollars. But the Montgomery Advertiser is moving quickly to adjust. We are continuously innovating and evolving. Quite frankly, the learning never stops. It is my role at the Advertiser through these challenging times. But I like to think that I'm simply at the head of a team of leaders. Lao Tzu, the Chinese philosopher, said, "A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, 'We did it ourselves.'" One of my personal heroes is Frank Anderson, the former publisher of the Lubbock, Texas Avalanche Journal, now been mentioned, I think, 5 times tonight, and now retired from the Savannah Morning News. I worked for him for a few years, beginning in 1985. Mr. Anderson's philosophy was as simple and effective as Lao Tzu's. Always be positive, lead by example, and perhaps most importantly, teach others to lead. He is a gentleman who knew that an organization with leaders at all levels, front, middle, and back, was most likely to succeed. A good example of this was something Mr. Anderson once told me. I was about to kick off a large and important event. I was the master of ceremonies. I was young and I was inexperienced. Mr. Anderson noticed my jitteriness, and he knew he needed to lead me to success. He walked up to me just before the event was about to start, and he said, "Robert, the key to butterflies, you know, the butterflies in your tummy, is to get them flying in formation." I thought about this for a moment, reviewed my notes, walked through the agenda, and within a minute or two, after seeing his confidence in me, I felt more confident and self-assured. The banquet was quite successful, and it helped me better understand what I wanted to do when I grew up. That advice, some 30 years later, still resonates with me. It has helped me with my own instances of nervous feelings over the years, and I have imparted that advice to others that I have led and lead today. I may have even taken this advice just a few minutes ago. I was a little nervous. I recall another situation where I saw Mr. Anderson handle an employee who'd been taking advantage of his position for personal gain. Better said, he was stealing from the company. The situation could have been handled by human resources, and ultimately it was. But as it was all unfolding, Mr. Anderson stepped in and demonstrated what a great leader he was. When the chips started falling, it was obvious to all of us. He removed all involved and conducted an investigation. I recall him walking to the office of this guilty employee with a hand cart, with a dolly, and then leaving with a 4-drawer file cabinet, and then returning for the second 4-drawer file cabinet. He never mentioned what happened, but everyone knew he was quiet, consistent, and confident. Remember, in any role, you have to be a leader, from the back, from the middle, or from the front. I want to make this point clear. Leaders come from all levels of a successful organization. Now, some of the most important leadership traits that I believe result in a strong organization and drive success include, first of all, collaboration, teamwork, a nimble approach, urgency, creativity, and the ability to develop creative ideas and plans. And you must be able to execute once there's a plan to execute upon. I also believe that trusting others to be experts in their area and allowing them to make decisions and plot the path to success is incredibly important. Be supportive, not harsh. Openly encourage others when the opportunity arises. This approach, applied through an organization, becomes empowering. So back to the newspaper. At the Advertiser, we understand the need for leaders at all levels. It was evident recently with the creation of Do More MGM, or the hashtag Do More MGM campaign. I think most everybody knows that's a Twitter thing. This program connects folks to great community building volunteer opportunities. So when you get a chance, take a look at hashtag Do More MGM. The idea for this initiative came from two reporters, Allison Griffin and Kala Kashmar, who simply saw a need and took initiative to act. This is the kind of leadership from the middle that helps change the perception of the newspaper. We're stronger for having people with soul, smarts, and sass. Ultimately, it is this kind of leadership that will ensure our success against any challenge. I see this every day from all aspects of our newspaper. I see it from our production manager, who took the initiative to expand our print resources at a time when so many say print is dead. Yes, we're expanding our print capabilities, improving the color on our print pages, and installing the ability to stitch and trim bound print inserts at our production facility here in Montgomery. Roger Holmes is leading in spectacular ways for the Montgomery Advertiser. I see it from our advertising sales leaders, looking for creative ways to deliver our strong audience in both print and digital to local, regional, and national advertisers. They're creative, they are aggressive, and they are high-quality leaders. They've been successful in everything they ask their direct reports to do. I see it from our news staff, especially our sports writers. Everyone wants their team covered. It borders on being a Herculean task in Alabama to satisfy all the fans who want to hear about their team. And I think they do it pretty well. They're award winners, and they are recognized among the top 10 sports sections in the country. Now, the editors have a great level of responsibility for their success, but our beat writers, reporters, and bloggers have stepped up and led from the middle. As a newspaper man and somewhat of a grown-up, I kind of like to think that maybe I've grown up from those 30 years ago. I feel compelled to mention my dad and my father-in-law and Mr. Anderson again during our time together. All three have helped lead me to a very clear understanding of what quality leadership and the impact it will have on an organization. Now, as you graduates move on from this special moment, know that most of you will be called upon to lead. And if specifically not called upon, you will feel compelled to lead. Act on it. Always show a bias for action when the Spirit moves and opportunity arises. Always be a leader. You don't need to ask permission. It's empowering in itself. And it's remarkably simple. Just be honest, be committed, have a positive attitude, and the confidence to delegate. Have a sense of humor, and be happy. Donald Trump once said, "If you're interested in balancing work and pleasure, stop trying to balance them. Instead, make your work pleasurable." And of course, say thank you. When someone does a favor, when someone brings you something or lends you a helping hand, say thank you. It's very important. That's how I try to live my life, and it's obvious here that you do as well. As I close now, let me add one final quote and thought for you. The quote is, "Leadership is about others, not ourselves." Along with leading, you must know when to follow your heart in finding your true calling, the work that fulfills you, your conscience in striving to improve your community. Nourish your soul, believe in yourselves, follow your dream, and strive to lead. Congratulations once more on this incredible achievement. God bless you, and I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Granville, thank you very much for tonight, for the time that you've taken with this graduation ceremony. And I think that revealed in your comments about leadership is the philosophy that underlies why you are becoming a leader here in Montgomery, and I appreciate also the leadership that you're providing to the Montgomery Campus Advisory Council.
Will the candidates for the associate degree please stand? Dr. Ingram, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the associate's degree. On behalf of the faculty, I recommend that the associate degree be conferred upon them at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of Troy University and the laws of the state of Alabama, it's my pleasure to confer upon each of you the associate degree which you have earned.
Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand? Dr. Ingram, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the bachelor's degree. And on behalf of the faculty, I recommend that the bachelor's degree be conferred upon them at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the Troy University and the laws of the state of Alabama, it's my pleasure to confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree which you have earned. Congratulations. That was
Thank
special,
you. Please
wasn't
be
it?
seated. Will the candidates for the master's degree please stand? Dr. Ingram, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the master's degree. On behalf of the faculty, I recommend that the master's degree be conferred upon them at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of Troy University and by the laws of the state of Alabama, it's my pleasure to confer upon each of you the master's degree which you have earned. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Please be seated. At this time, the deans of the colleges will call the graduates forward to receive their diplomas. Dr. Reinhardt.
Could you join me over here?
Will the graduates receiving the associate's degree please come forward to receive your diploma? Kanisha Monique Brundage. Joy Danielle Trott Zachariah. Kelly Marie Culpepper. Tiffany Sherall Evans. Sharda Kiana Goldsby. Deborah Foreman Gray. Tracy Renee Green. Kioka Asha McCall. Latay Denise McCullough. Sheila Faye Osborne. Richard Lawrence Winters. Will the graduates receiving the bachelor's degree in the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward to receive your diploma? Tarek Abdullah. Ram Prasad Brusal Sr. Sheena Boyer. Kamala Smith Broadnax. Latrina Shanta Bird. Carl Douglas Crawford, cum laude. McKinley Downs, Jr. Christopher Kyle Eady. Richard E. Glaze III. Eric N. Hauser, cum laude. Brandon Holman. Kenneth Ray Hutchins. Ronanica R. Martin. Veronica Michelle Matthews. Lucas David Middleton, cum laude. Stephen Mark Mills. Shaquila Charnay Smith. Joyce Michelle Smith. Congratulations. Vagacia Mayor. Ronnie Orion Welker. Joshua Ross Williams.
Will the graduates receiving the bachelor's degree in the Sorrell College of Business please come forward to receive your diplomas? Brian Joshua Borden. Malaya Epiphany Burrows. Shirley Dan Crum. Princella Latanya Davis. Peggy Janine Driver. Jacob Kyle Ellis. Kimberly Monique Harris. Latrendia Latoya Howard. Wanda Allen James. Cedric R. Lee. Antonio Parker. Jordan Lee Pitts. Amy Lee Umphris. Demetrius Dantrell Washington. Okay. LaQuanda Lachey Watts. Tamika L. Weathers. Thomas Christopher Williams.
Will the graduates who have earned the bachelor's degree in the College of Education please come forward to receive your diploma? Tanya Lynn Drawbond. Ebony Mashai Cobb. Nathaniel Green. Sean Hawker. Jennifer Janine Jens. April Mabry. Briande Mancha Moore. Julia Brianna Roney. Abby Michelle Walker. Charlotte Demetria Washington. And the graduate who has earned his bachelor degree in the College of Health and Human Services, Anthony Sessions.
Will the graduates receiving the master's degree from the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward to receive your diploma? Pradeep Karki, Master of Science in Computer Science. Monica Michelle Meeks, Master of Science in Criminal Justice. Michelle Eileen Brown, Master of Public Administration. Congratulations. Pamela Carita Talley Coney, Master of Public Administration. Congratulations. Finus White, Master of Science in Management.
Will the graduates receiving the master's degree in the Sorrell College of Business please come forward to receive your diplomas? What's that? I know. Hey, I'm glad you decided to come up. Shirley Maxine Anderson, Master of Science in Human Resource Management. Elizabeth Cody Green, Master of Science in Human Resource Management. Quayana Sheree Ford, Master of Business Administration. Okay. Kenesha Nicole Gray, Master of Business Administration. Hodeh Hadari, Master of Business Administration. Henry L. Jackson, Jr., Master of Science in Human Resource Management. Shidao Lai, Master of Business Administration. Sanique Pierce, Master of Science in Human Resource Management. Jason Bernard McKenzie, Master of Business Administration. Barry Thomas Smith, Jr., Master of Business Administration. Jamal Snell, Master of Business Administration.
Will the graduates who have earned their master's degree in the College of Education please come forward to receive your diploma? Jaquinta Chandre Anthony. Melanie Yvonne Bean, Master of Science in Education. Jamika Boswell, Master of Science in Adult Education. Margaret Latricia Bowens, Master of Science in Education. Daryl Chapman Sr., Master of Science in Counseling and Psychology. Devon Flowers, Master of Science in Post-Secondary Education. James Edward Hennessy, Master of Science in Counseling and Psychology. Tashara Denise Hilson, Master of Science in Post-Secondary Education. Tamika Quinice Johnson, Master of Science in Michelle Susan Martinez, Master of Science in Counseling and Psychology. Quovadia Speakman, Master of Science in Education. Joanne Johnson Turner, Master of Science in Post-Secondary Education.
Adult education.
Monica Felder Walker, Master of Science in Adult Education. June Wiley, Master of Science in Education.
Yes, it does for language.
Darnisha Marshall Wilson, Master of Science in Education.
Thank you, Dr. Ingram and Mr. Granfell, and congratulations to all Troy University's most recent graduates. Remember what Dr. Ingram said, one free year. We invite you all to please join us for a reception honoring our graduates in the Gold Room on the second floor of Whitley Hall, right next door, immediately after the close of the ceremony this evening. Graduates, please plan to meet your guests in Whitley Hall at the reception. Now, on behalf of the Chancellor and Mrs. Hawkins, the Board of Trustees, and the faculty and staff of Troy University, we would like to wish each and every one of you a successful future. We hope you will be back this fall to continue your education at Troy. And if not, at least recommend your university and now your alma mater to others to come. Finally, the singing of the school's alma mater is a relatively new tradition for Troy University. We believe that our graduates and now our alumni should be proud of your university. The alma mater was written with that idea in mind by Troy's Robert Smith and Ralph Ford. You can find the words on page 6 of your program, and we do invite you to sing along and be proud of your school. And now please stand for the singing of the alma mater and for the benediction, and remain in place while the platform party and the graduates recess. Have a good evening.
Upon the mighty walls of Troy, we meet our lifelong friends to grow in knowledge, truth, and strength. Our journey never ends. With the promise of the future and the guidance of the past, we pledge our solemn vow to thee, loyal everlast. So raise our mighty Trojan sword, a beacon to the world. Throughout the ages brightly shines the guiding light of Troy.
Please bow your heads. Most gracious Father, as we come to the end of our time together, our hearts are filled with gratitude. Bless our feet that they may go where you want us to go. Bless our hands that they may accomplish your will. Father, as we march forward to your kingdom, let us never forget that we do this work for your glory. We ask for nothing more than the privilege of being your servants and instruments of worship. Father, as we close this prayer, we sincerely ask that you cover us with your love, keep us safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. Please guide us to our next appointed destination, and let your face forever shine upon us with a sense of peace and perfect rest. We ask these things in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.